another unpleasant truth. Insurance carriers, especially the bigger ones, they're not interested in a whole bunch of new clients, at least not over the last few years. How have they tried to facilitate the reducing of new clients?
Well, there's been different changes when it comes to the underwriting, which is absolutely horrible for on our end. Like we will have one that we think is completely done, and then we click and they say, "Oh, well, we show from an aerial view that you have a tree too close." And you're like, "No, that's a shadow." Like we have to then jump in and try to fix things in that. So they are trying to bring in drones. They're trying to do satellite imagery. They're trying to send inspectors out a day or two after we've written the policy to like do a quick drive-by and take pictures. You know, they end up on those neighborhood sites often as a random person that drove up taking pictures. But but they absolutely have their way of kind of making sure that they didn't write something they didn't want to write. And they're dumping people in a way they've never dumped people before. So they've got 90 days when they write a new home policy, 90 days that they can cancel you for no reason. And so they quick look at it and say, well, we've found something that we're scared about and we'd like to get off of it. So that has been one of the ways they're protecting themselves. They've protected themselves through making changes for billing, you know, that this company is now only doing 6-month policies instead of year-long policies. This company is doing paid in full versus month by month. This company is now taking larger down payments, which makes it more difficult for, you know, people just to move. Like they have to put a little more thought into it, maybe save up for it a little more, because that first month is literally going to be higher than what you were paying before. You sure you want to come? Well, the answer is yes. We probably want to work with you because you put thought into it and you're motivated and this is a better situation for you. Yeah, let's do this. So they have their ways of kind of playing hot potato with the new business, but I'm hoping that calms down soon.
Yeah, we can all hope for that. That seems like the kind of area that's just going to be ripe for AI to step in one of these days.
Don't worry. It's definitely, I know that in my time, when I first got going in insurance, the online companies were the concern. It was about 17, 18 years ago I got started, and the thought of Geico coming in was a threat. Oh, they're gonna shut down the independent agents. No, they gave us way more value because people wrote terrible policies on Geico, said, oh, if I had an agent, this never would have happened to me. All right, I'm going back to my agent. So
it's funny.
That actually, if anything, I'd say helped the independent in certain ways and took away some of the higher risk stuff that we were potentially dealing with. So no complaints there. Then they started talking about automated cars were going to be the thing. Oh, you guys are, your whole industry is going to fall apart because all these cars are going to be driving themselves. Well, they got to quit hitting trains. Like, it's definitely something that's out there that they will eventually probably get it figured out, but it's not there yet. And the new one is AI and some of the stuff that they're doing there. There's something to it. There's definitely something to it. I think that companies are testing some of these things through, even when I have to reach out to a company to ask a billing question, like I'm typing stuff in and I'm getting AI answers.
Right.
Fact is, though, they're still not very helpful sometimes. So I would say as an agent, I can say, wait a second, I didn't quite understand your question. Can you repeat yourself? And as AI, it says, yes, we're driving to Florida today. Like it's very random and out of the blue. And so I'm hoping that I still have a value in the future.
So like you're going on record then today, Marty Stauffer does not believe AI will replace his job.
I hope not. Yeah, no. And if so, you'll find me tending bar somewhere in a few years, but yeah.
Yeah. God, I don't know. AI, I know they talk about how AI is going to replace everything and everyone, and it's going to be replacing all the truck drivers in America in 10 years. I don't know. Insurance seems like that kind of job where it kind of needs the human touch. There are so many variables that can't be accounted for the proper way without that human touch.
Yeah. And the world's growing. So it's not like something that if a percentage of the stuff goes away because a company's kind of really nailed down the AI aspect of it, we might lose some business. And that's the case, but some people will never do that. There's still people that have a newspaper every single day with their coffee, and you could try to convince them that it's on their phone and that they can get it all these other ways, but they will never give up their newspaper if given that opportunity. So I think, at least in my lifetime, I think that the agent's going to continue in that route. If the companies don't make changes, if they don't decide they want to do this on their own, which, I would think after this last couple of years of letting us take a beating on their behalf, that they probably saw more of a value than ever with the agent. So we'll see.
No kidding. I saw a video, and this will be how we close out, I guess. But it was some fella, and he's like some tech fella. He does well for himself. And he's driving in California or something. He's trying to get to the airport. He's leaving the hotel. So I guess down there, they have this automated car service where you basically order a car, comes in, there's no one driving, it's all AI. Gets in, he's like, all right, take me to the airport. The car says, okay, pulls out, and then it turns right because it's going to make a roundabout to leave the parking lot, but then it makes another right, and another right. And then he realizes he's just going in circles. He's going around and around and around. He's like, oh, well, clearly the car is malfunctioning. Well, I can't get out of the car because it's moving, so I got to call support. It's an AI. And so he started talking to the AI. He's like, hey, the car's not working. He's like, I'm very sorry to hear all this. It's very good customer relations, very polite, not heated. He's like, okay, can you stop the car? He's like, no. He's like, can you do anything? No. It's like, what are you good for then? Anyways, I'm sure he made his flight at the end of the day, but anyways, AI's
a little dizzy.
AI's not taking over the world just yet.